Hello, everyone. Gilbert here, Red Dragon Model Works. Okay, we're on day three, the first day of the day three of the just painted exclusive Luther from the Warriors, um, David Patrick Kelly. So the first day, um, we did the cleanup. Just cleaning it all up, sanding it. Just getting it all ready for paint, and then I primed it off camera. Yesterday we did the skin tone on the face and the hair. I used MRP. No, I'm sorry. I used Iwata New World for the flesh, but I based it over the SEM primer filler. I used Badger Steino Res light flesh with a drop. There was 2 drops of this and a very tiny drop of the Badger Steino Res, the terracotta. Gave me almost a fleshy tone, almost a pinky tone to it. And then I went in with a little bit of this, just like under here and then up. Once that dried, I sealed it. Went in with I didn't seal it. I went in with the Iwata New Worlds. Did my basic skin tone, sealed it. Then I went in with oils. I told you those oils would be dry. They were dry this morning. Dry. So I sealed it. I touched up around his hair where I had the overspray. I painted in his eyebrows, and I put a little bit of the same color that I used on the hair, which is what did I do with it? I had so much crap on top of my desk. I used the Vallejo Model Air, the dark sepia, I believe it was. If I can find it. Shit, I don't know what I did with it. I just had it. Oh, here it is. Burnt umber. I used the Model Air burnt umber. Based his hair with it. I'll go in and start tweaking that, make it darker, make it lighter, all that stuff. We'll do that later. So, again, this is let me get this just for those who are just joining us new and haven't seen it. This is Jerry Fades right there. I'll make it a little bigger there so you can see it. This is his Facebook page. Jerry Fades Just Painted. This is where you can purchase through him this quarter scale bust of David Patrick Kelly as Luther from the Warriors. He also has Swan. He has a full figure of Swan. Just a bust of Luther. So without further ado, I think let me show you where we're at right now. All right. Oh, I did that wrong. Let me close this out. All right. Let me show you. Let me move this down a little bit. There he is so far. You can tell right in here where I had a little bit of the overspray from the skin tone. I went in and I touched that up. You can see his eyebrows done. Let me see if I can get this if it'll zoom in. There it is. You can see. I'm on. Damn it! I hate these cameras. Let's see. Come on, you. There it is. You can see inside his eyes. There's a little bit of the same color that I used here to give the illusion of eyelashes. That's an off-white there. And you can see the skin tones. You see the different colors in there. If I can get this quit blurring on me. You see the different colors. Now, what I'm going to do is once I'm done doing the eyes today, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit because I'm going to try to get this painted, at least the blue, the jacket. I won't get the patch, but I'm going to try to get most of the jacket done today airbrushing it. And for that, I'm going to be using this blue black. But before I do that, I'm going to go in and do his eyes. We're going to do his eyes. So let me get, I'm going to have to move my camera. Let me get this way. Whoop. And do this, because you're not going to be able to see with the top down because my head's going to be right on it. So let's get this so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to be right about here. Yeah. All right. Let me take my hat off. I'm going to throw a glove on because I don't want the oils of my fingers to get on this. I haven't sealed this yet when I went and touched it up. So we're going to do the eyes. The eyes are always, for me, the most stressful part. I enjoy doing them, but it's very stressful. Now, here's a tip, guys, for those of you guys out there. You can do it. This has been sealed with a matte finish. What did I just dropped my, there it is. And then here's the other one. I have a couple of toothpicks here. And what I've done is I filed the ends of them. This one's flat, it's flat, and I filed this to a point, This is going to help me with any cleanup I need to do. So if you make a mistake, you go in there with that and you clean it up. So let me open up my wet palette. This is a wet palette by Redgrass Games. I am not sponsored by them, but if this is a great... I could have had it done, Joe, but I said I would do this on a live. So, all right, I'm going to use, for the black, I'm going to use this right here. This is a heavy charcoal. If this is not good, dark enough, then I can always go back and add a little bit of blue black into it. But I'm just going to put a little dot there. I don't need a lot. Now for this, I use these little makeup applicators. I've been using them for years. Steve-O! I've been using them for years, man. These things are great. I use them to do cleanup. I use them to do lips, teeth, you name it. They're great, you know. And when you're done with them, you can throw them away. So I got my my old man glasses on. Let me turn the little light on so I can see what I'm doing. Now, I need to figure out, let me take which way he's going to be looking at me. So, as I got him here, I'm looking at him, and I'm trying to, all right, I got it. I'm just trying to figure out where those eyes should be, the irises. So I'll take a little bit of this just on the tip. And I'm going to go in, and right where I want that eye to be, I'm going to just put a little dot, just like that. I don't know if you can see that. Just a little dot. Come in here. I got to be very careful that they're symmetrical so he don't end up looking like Marty Feldman. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start laying that in. Like so. Thomas, as the old man. This is the old man paint up. I'll turn them upside down. Actually, I got to be very careful. Come up under here now. I want to look at my reference photo. Want to make sure they look about right. I'm pulling it back a little bit. I don't want one bigger than the other. Get a little bit on the tip there. And just like that. There. And I think, let me hit it with some light so I can see what I'm doing here. I think this one needs to be just a little bit bigger. So I'm just trying to make sure that I keep it that round shape. Grab a little bit more. And I think those are about as symmetrical as I'm going to get them. Let me put my regular glasses on. I'll clean this off because I'm going to reuse this. I just want to make sure by looking at them. Yeah, see? All right, got that. Let me hit that with a blow dryer. Now, I was looking online, and it's, at his IMDb, he has gray eyes. So I pulled out, where is it? Some heavy blue gray. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this. Let me clean this tip off. I don't want that shit inside my paint. Yeah, sometimes you get these little goobies in there. And I don't want that in the paint. All right, we got that out of there. All right. Mr. Cochran, guess who? So we're going to put a little bit. Shit. This is what I hate about these. The one downside of acrylics, especially these, they dry up inside the piece, and you got to run something through them. I just want a little bit. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. 50 Shades of Gray, baby. All right. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this. I'm going to pull some of this off, put it over here, grab a little bit of that black. Make it just a scotch darker. Whoop, just like that. I'm just mixing it in here on the wet palette. I just want it a little bit darker. All right, right there. Okay. Now I'm going to come in. Just start putting it, laying it down in there. Sorry about that. I start out in the center and just start moving it around. I'm going to have to touch that one up a little bit. Excuse me, I'm going to get a little quiet here for a minute because, like I said, this is for me. It's stressful, but I love doing it. Grab a little bit more. And just very. There we go. I'll go back to this here. And there's a spot like right there. All right, we'll grab this. We can get his pupils in there. Damn it. My hand slipped. So I got to clean it up. I pushed down a little bit too hard on it. And it splattered everywhere. All right, I'm going to hit this with a blow dryer. Now let me grab some on the tip here. I don't want a lot. Oh, I'm going to come right in here. Grab a little bit more paint. Come to the other one. All right. I need to let this dry a sec. And now I'm going to take a little bit of this off-white. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. I'm going to take some of this blue-gray. All right, I need to put a light here. And now, I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. here's where this comes in. I jacked it up there just a little bit. Fix that eye. And right there. Clean that off. Make sure I don't have too much on there. I'm not really worried about the black on the inside because I can always touch that up. That was more or less for me to, it gave me a template on how I wanted to do it. All right. So let's bring that up a little bit here. Right there. A little bit here. All right. Go back to the black. Reestablish that in the center. Just like that. And here, I'm I can get it to. That's where we're at so far. Grab a little bit more of this. Hey, Josh. Just a little bit. Now I want to add another little color into this. Just a hint of blue. Now, do I have a transparent blue? I think I do. Give me a second here. Let me grab it. Come over here. I want to grab my transparent blue. That's a green. Just want to grab a transparent blue. Here it is. A transparent blue. Just to give it a little bit of a pop. Make sure I open this one. Yep, it's been opened. And again, I don't need a lot. That's all I need right there. Thanks, Josh. So now I'm going to thin that out. Just like that. Pull a little bit on the brush right there. You see it on the tip there? Get the light back on them. And I'm going to add just a little bit. There's that. And here comes the fun part. I'm going to add a little yellow to that. I'll get it from overhead in a minute, guys. This stuff here is Laminer's yellow from Citadel. You can't find it anymore. They stopped making it a few years ago. This is the last I got left, so I've been husbanding it, trying not to use it up because this stuff is great shit. But you can't find it anymore. They stopped making it when they started with those damn contrast paints. So I'll take a little bit of this yellow and just add that like right in there. And that's it. Now I'll do a shadow at the top, but I'm not going to do that until I'm done with everything else. But all right, let me turn this back around. You guys can see what I got here. I'm on, damn you. Turn those off. Put my regular glasses on. There's the eyes. Now I'm going to come in and put some red in there. And for that, I don't use red. I use this Liquitex Muted Pink. So I usually put it like, take something like this, my glass piece here. Just a tip, brother, just a tip. All right, Josh. I don't need a lot. That's all I need right there. I take some glaze medium. I put a drop off to the side. Whoop. I get my brush. That's a 2-0. Rosemary and Co. And there it is. There's the red I want right there. I can always darken it, lighten it. And like Thomas says there, just a tip, baby. So now, come in. Just lay it in there. I'll get the darker tip of there in there just for the darker part. Get most of that off. And then right in there, the corner there. Oh, sorry. See, I gotta have that light, and it's blowing it up. Like right there. I'm going to hit this with a blow dryer. Now, underneath his eyelid, I'll take some of this. And just get that eyelid. Right up underneath, right here. Bring it down a little bit. Come over here. Bring it down like so. Come up here. Clean my brush off. And just feather it in. Just like that. See that? Now I want to get a little bit more of that red in there in the corner. Like right in here. All right, let me sit this down for a second. I need it a little bit stronger than this. Just a fucking skosh stronger. So I'll just take the tip of the brush, put it in there, and just mix it around in there. There we go. Putting a few lines in there. So you take a little bit of the stronger one right here on the corner. Just drop that in there. Like right there. And I'll take these guys here that I use. And that. And I think we got it. I think we got it. I want to look at the picture. Give me a second. I'm going to look at the picture that I have up here. Yeah. I mean, that's the closest I can get with what I got. So let me close that down. So I'll take this that I have here. Get his lips. Get the darker one. We want to get inside there. I'm not worried about getting it on the teeth right now because I'm going to clean all that up. Just want to create a little shadow on the inside of his mouth, his lip. Take any excess that's on there, get that off, and voila. I'm going to dirty that up though. Let me look at his lips again. Let me look at yeah. So I'm going to try something and I might fuck it up, but we'll find out right now. It's a little bit of transparent raw umber. Take a little bit of this and mix it with that. Is it that a little darker? Grab a little of this. Get in there and mix it up. There we go. Get most of it off. Just adding that on there, and that all that's doing is just giving me a slight brown tone to that. Oops, sorry, I keep hitting it with my head. Do that. Come over here. Do the same. Blend that down. All right. Grab a little bit more of this. I need to get that shadow inside. Right here by his teeth. Give me a second. I know I haven't said anything. Getting a little quiet because I'm concentrating on that. Okay. And I'll take this guy here. And there's his lips. I think it looks good. I'm going to take a little bit of this. Grab some of that. Make a little wash out of this, a glaze. And a little bit like here in his eyes, just to darken them up a little bit in the corners there. Right here. Okay, so this is going to be done for now. I need to, like I said, the oils are dry. But once I seal this again, I'm going to go in. He needs some mottling on his skin, So, and I'll do that with inks later and with glazes, and just little by little put it in there, seal it, and then use like this. You tap it, you blend it. Because I know in the pictures, like here, he's got it here. What I put on there yesterday, you can't see it through here, especially with the lights blowing on. Mr. Lang. So, okay. I want to show you something, though. Let me put this off to the side for a minute. But, yeah, I think the eyes are okay. What do you guys think? Now, again, like I said, I'll go in with I'll make a little wash, and I'll go in and I'll darken, like right up on the top eyelid, where his eyelid comes over. I'll darken that just a little bit all the way across. But yeah, I want to show you something though. I was playing around with some inks today, trying to figure out how am I going to paint those bottles. And I did one right there. I don't know if that's dark enough. Let me go back and look at my reference photo. I need to go a little darker. But I like the way that's coming out. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So what I did was, for this one down here, I ended up using some transparent burnt sienna. But I'm going with this one right now. I'm almost out of this. I got to get more. Transparent raw umber. Because the Budweiser bottle is darker. So, again, for all you guys out there that if you want to get one of these, this is a Luther from the Warriors. It's exclusive to Jerry Frage. Just Paint It. Just Paint It. He produced it. He's offering it up to the public. It was sculpted by Arthur Vergney, V3D, and it was engineered by ny3dcreations.com. This is his Facebook. I'll leave the link right here. I'm going to drop the link in the comments right here. If anybody, if you're inclined to get one, you message him at that link that I just put down there. Oh, that's the wrong link, Gil. Sorry about that. That's the wrong link. This is the link. You can message him, Jerry, at Just Paint It. I just added the link there. You can message him there. And he will, you can go from there. So, Jerry Fraser Just Paint It. So, let me stop. All right. So now we're going to do this other bottle. So I'm going to add to this ink 2 drops of glazing medium. Take some of it off and just, now as you notice, it looks kind of funky going on, but you'll see. You got to keep working it. It's the glazing medium that does it. This bottle is clear, so I don't have to worry about anything on that bottle. So we're just tinting the bottle. Thanks, Jerry. So yeah, I'm trying to be careful not to get any on this, because it will stain it. So I got to be real careful. And there'll be more than one application of this to get it the color I want. I hope everybody's 4th of July is going good. I know they had our fireworks here last night, and I got some fucking ignorant ass neighbor. 3 o'clock in the morning, he's out there blowing off M80s and shit. I was about ready to go out there and whoop his ass. Real dickhead. So I'll take most of it off. Now I'm going to let that just very gently start working it in. I'm trying to keep the translucent look to this. All right, I'm gonna go straight ink just for this. That helps. See if I can get a good stain on that. Nah, not the same. So you want them 2 different colors. One more like an amber. You see that? I'm just gonna. This is where the fun part is, trying to get inside here. I mean, it can be done. You just got to take your time. Just take your time. Think of the happy little clouds. Again, this is Liquitex ink. Those of you that have watched me or followed me, you know I've been using inks for a long time. It's one of my favorite mediums to use. All right. See, I had put a gloss coat on this. So that's why it's once I get it on there and I shoot it again with another gloss coat, it'll be fine. But because it has a gloss coat on, I didn't have to do this, but I wanted to get this as clear as possible. And the way Jerry told me to do it, he says, once you clean it up and you buff it, wipe it down, buff it real good as best you can, wipe it down, when you hit it with a clear, and you get that yellow off of there. So I followed his advice, worked out great. So I just gotta make sure I don't have any brush marks showing through this. It's easier once it starts to set up, because then you can go in and remove any imperfections you got on there. Smooth it down. And if you have a problem and you can't get a piece off it, just wet it. Wet your brush. Get most of the water off of it. And then you can just go in there and clean it up. On this, at least, because it's got a gloss coat on there. I don't want those bottles to be perfect. I want them to look like they have some imperfections on them, but I don't want them to look like with paint, big chunks of paint on there. Okay. So I'm just smoothing that all out now. Grab a little bit more. And there's the 2 beer bottles, guys. Like I said, I need to go in. No, I don't think I'll be able to. See, I got some on here, but it's easily cleaned off, see? And this is a Miller bottle. So Miller bottles have got like a little haze to them, a little yellowish tint to them. They're not like a Coke bottle, which is crystal clear. So now I'm just feathering. Let me get a different brush. And just go in there and just clean it up. This is a brush. It's dry. There's nothing on it. I'm just trying to go in there and get any brush strokes that are on there. I don't want to be too heavy-handed with it, but I don't want it pulling up in certain spots. Now let's go against the grain a little bit. And now we do this. Give a little texture to the bottle. What do you think? Come over here, do the same. This serves two purposes, guys. And it gives a little texture. It breaks up the texture. So the bottle looks a little bit natural. But also to get rid of your paint lines, guys. If there's any there. And I have a little bit here and there. And this also makes it look like a dirty bottle. As if the bottle's dirty. Okay. There's the two bottles. Amber colored bottles. You got a clear one, two amber colored ones. The clear one is the one to the left, and then the two. This is the Miller bottle, and these are this is a Budweiser, so I would imagine that's a Budweiser also. But there you go. Those are the two bottles. I'm going to sit this over here so it doesn't get bumped. Let it dry, and we're good to go. Now we're going to airbrush his vest. And then we'll see how far we go from there. All right, clear that out. A little cleaner on there. Make sure that's cleaned. Clear that out. A little cleaner in here. Clean my brush. Okay. Move this. Get this over here, out of the way. All right. This is dried up nice. So we'll get him over here. Get him on my little stand here that I got to hold him. Shit, I touched those with my fingers. Yep. I think what I'm going to do, this needs a little bit of the burnt sienna. And I want this to dry before I start monkeying with it. But you get the idea of where I'm going with that. So, because of the glazing fluid, the medium that's on there, it makes it a little bit more, it takes the time a little longer to dry. Okay. Let me get that brush out of the way. You guys got any questions? Anybody got anything? Any questions? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay, let's get this done because Mama's calling me for dinner too, but I can wait. All right. Now for this, if you look at the reference photos of the scene, this is like a black. His hoodie and his t-shirt are gray. And then he's got these 2 gold chains on. So I'm going to shoot this using some blue black, and then I'll put in a black glaze over the top of that. I have a warm gray and I have a neutral gray. So the warm gray will be for this, the neutral gray will be for the shirt. So you'll have 2 different tones. Now, she knows what you're right. Nah, she's all right. She just asked me earlier if I was ready to eat, and I told her, no, just make a plate for me. They made some shish kebab on the grill and some noodles and stuff, so it's not like it's going anywhere. You saw me just squirt it in there, guys. You know, people ask me, what's your ratio? I don't know, man. I mean, I just do what I do, you know, so I figure that looks like maybe about 4 drops, 5 drops. And then squirt, I just squirt it in there until it gets to the consistency that I want it. That is too blue. I don't like that. So we need to add something to that. What do I got here? Where's my black? That's the blue black I just used. Oh, I'm going to drop a little bit of this heavy charcoal in there. That's a little bit too blue. That's a little better. Now, again, I'll put a black glaze over it. But I don't want this to look too black. So, of course, I'm going to use Badger Sotar. You know what? No. Let's go with the Omni. The Omni 4000. This is my workhorse here. This is the Omni 4000, or if you get it from UMP, it's the Apex, I believe. All right, what the hell did I do with the top for that? Man, I got shit everywhere up here. Did I drop it? It's here somewhere. I'll have to look for it later. Yeah, I need to get some. This 4011. I mean, it's okay, but if they reformulated it, I'd like to try it. So now you notice I'm not particularly caring too much about my overspray, but I am going to be careful right around the patch. Oh, almost out. I'll drop a little bit more in there. Switch that around. Now, you would think, and I know I thought it until I had to go look. I thought this was a denim jacket that he had on. It's not. It looks like one of those black leather type of things. like I told you, I'm not too concerned about the overspray because I'm going to be, the gray will cover that up. And I can incorporate that into like shadows and stuff like that there. There's still a little bit left in here. I'll thin it even some more. I'm going to get every bit of that out of there. All right, there's that. But I got a sleeve to do, so I need to mix up a little bit more of this. Just a little bit. I don't need a lot. I keep hitting the camera. Sorry, guys. Drop a little bit of this heavy charcoal in there. A little squirt. Make sure that's mixed up. Oh shit! No, that's great. What am I doing? That's a sweatshirt. See? You get the live boo-boos right here. You don't get any cutaways. Live boo-boo. All right. Let me hit this with a blow dryer before I set it down. No cutaways, Joe. That's a bad word, and you know it. All right, let me get that sit in my nest for now so he's not touching this. Now, I got to get a black glaze. And for that, I have a Vallejo here. Maybe I use, no, that's a smoke. Where's my black glaze? That's dark, you know, dark rubber maybe? Yeah, let's go with dark rubber. I can always darken it up. I'm going to take some dark rubber. I'm going to throw it in there. I know you do. I know you do, Joe. I think that's your middle name, Joe Cutaway McCaslin. Boy, that stuff was thick. Yes, sir, I am. And I'm not ashamed. I'm a big boy. I'll admit it. It'd be scaring me. Scares me all the time. All right. This is a dark rubber. So I'm going to save that off to the side. And I want to get my black glaze. Oh, where's my black? Here it is. Black glaze. It reminds me of a certain tank project. Yeah, I'm looking right at it. Tack on. King Tiger. I'm going to surprise you one of these days, Joe. I'm going to surprise you. All right. I got a black glaze here. This stuff is thick, man, real thick. So you want to make sure you knock it down real good. See, I don't want, see, that's real thick. See that? That's like molasses. Get rid of what's in the airbrush. Again, I'm not worried about the overspray here on this arm because I'm going to paint that. I'll prime that again gray, and then I'll go in there and I'll paint it the color I want it. So I'm adding this black glaze over this blue black. I don't want to lose all of it. Just you can still see the little bluish tones peeking through that. See? The Yamato's finished, dude. I finished the Yamato a long time ago. Same thing with the shuttle. It's just, when I get to fuck you, Joe. Joe's giving me some shit for some of my bills that took me forever to paint. All right. Let me hit that with a blow dryer so I don't get my hands. I don't smear it. See, it's got the black, but it's got a little bit of that blue tone to it too. And I'll just keep refining that because I don't want to lose the blue tone. I don't want it to be black, because then it just looks unnatural then, you know? Okay. Now let that sit for a second. Move this off to the side. Grab this. Because now I'm going to add a little darker tone to that. And for that, I'm grabbing some ink over here. Oh, give me a second. That's camel green. Now I'm going to go with the black. This is from AK Interactive. This is the Vanta Black. I got it from Brett Marquette over at High Altitude Hobbies. It took me a second. That's because I didn't see it. I don't need a lot of this, guys. I'll take a little bit of the Vallejo. I don't need a lot of this. And this is going to be laid down with the Soltar. So let me clean my airbrush out. Jeebus juice. Where's my brush that I used to clean? There it is. Clean that out real good. Dump it. Do a quick rinse just to get it, most of that shit out of there. And then I'll blow it right through. Nah, you didn't lose your touch, Joe. You still got it, brother. All right, I'm done with this one for now. I'll tear it apart and clean it later. Now we're going to switch over to my baby. I love this Vanta Black. Now I'm going to come in like right I gotta get a light on that, guys. So let me move this light right here. Move this over here so I don't. So what I'm doing is now I'm giving myself my shadows. Because it's a black vest, I wanted that blue in there. Everybody sees color differently, so what I'm seeing, somebody else might not see, and that's okay, man. You know, you don't have to paint like the Smithsonian guys. You know, we all see color differently. Point is, are you having fun while you're doing it? Now you see how that looks now? You can still see in the highlights, you can still see the blue a little bit, but the Vanta black inside these shadows, now it looks like a black pleather jacket. So I'm just adding where I want, where you can see the dips. Again, I'm not worried about the overspray on here because I can just go right in and clean it. Hey, James, I can go right in and just clean that up. So I'm not worried about that. I also, all the videos from The Way of the Dragon, there's now a playlist on them. So if you're on the page here and you don't want to just hit the live button, you just hit the Way of the Dragon playlist and you'll see all the stuff that the boys and I have been painting and the tutorials that we're doing and the paint alongs. So if you check out the on my Facebook, or I'm sorry, my YouTube here, there's a playlist that's just for these. So you don't have to scroll through all the bullshit, if you don't want to see anything else. So I'm just trying to get in here. And there's the vest. It's coming along. I just move this out of the way. I'm going to grab a little bit of this. Just a little bit of it. Because I want to highlight here. And right there. I want to highlight like right here. Maybe here on the pocket. Maybe here. Down here. Come across there. Right here. there. A little bit here. There's a little highlight there. Here. All right. Let's dump this back in here because, what do you want, buddy? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to drop a little white in here. Just a little bit. You like it, bud?
Yeah, I did. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
I heard it's an exclusive, right?
Yeah, this Jerry, this is from Jerry.
I bet one of your friends, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
That is very cool.
I think it is.
I'm
Talking to my grandson. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
Drop a little thinner in here. I went a little lighter because I can always knock down with the black glaze if this is too light. So here we go. Now we're going to put a right here. There's a highlight right there. A little highlight here. I'll get a little highlight there. A little bit here. Right here on the pocket. Come across here. Just like that. A little highlight here. A little one right there. A little, just a little bit. Right here. A little bit here. Guys, hit the like button. If you're watching, you like it, man, just, hit the button. Let me know that I'll do more of these, man, if this is something you guys would like to see. So you see now I'm getting the highlights in there. Button right there, right here. I'm going to come in on an angle. Just like that. Let's get that pocket down in here. Here, here, here. And then maybe a little bit right here. Let's go back to the back, make sure. Okay. Let's go. On that shoulder. Right here. Just like that. Okay, so there's my highlights. We're going to go back to the Vanta Black now. Let me clear this out. Get this out of the airbrush. All right. Just want to make sure I got that out of there so it doesn't mess with my Vanta Black. That's blue black. No. See, I'm starting to. My brain is starting to move around. I'm thinking purple in there. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'll take a little purple. My imperial blue, rather. I'm gonna take a little bit. Not a lot of this. I just want a little bit of this. This is gonna be like in a few little highlights. Because when you look at black, it's not always just black, guys. There's all kinds of different colors in there, grays. Depend on the lighting too, you know. So, all right, let's get this mixed up. This is imperial blue. All right, let's clean the airbrush out. Get that blue out of there. Doesn't really matter. Take my Vanta black again. That might be a little bit too thin. Dropped another 6 drops in there. Let's get that mixed up. I mean, it was so thin, it was super, super transparent. Yeah, much better. Much better. Now I'll come in and I'll just tie it all in. You notice I'm not blowing up where the blue is. I'm trying to leave that alone. What I do want this darker, like underneath here. Then I need to just knock that down a little bit more there. It's too bright. Too bright. I'm over here. I'm just reestablishing that shadow without blowing up what I just did. And if I do go over that blue, just a squirt of it on there. Not a lot. Because just like that. Right here, right by the armpit, because that's where the arm's going to be. Get that darker. See, I want that shadow. See that shadow now? That's what they are, brother. Happy little colors. Happy little colors. I'll bring that up a little bit. Just like that. I want right around the patch. It's going to be darker. Come in underneath here and darken that up. And right here. Get inside here. Well, I'm just laying this down. I'm not pressing too heavy on the trigger. I'm just bumping it so I can control, for the most part, what I'm laying down. All right. And there we go, guys. There's the vest. Let me hit this with a. There you got it. And then that'll go here. So he's starting to come together. It's coming together. Let me get this back in here. Oh. I got a little stand here where I got my. I might get your fucking ass in there. All right. Okie dokie. Let me get this cleaned out real quick. All right. We do this. Okay, let me let that sit a second. Let me show you where we're at. These are all the colors I was using right here for the vest. I'll go in and I'll hit this with a gray primer. I'll brush with a brush the gray Stylo Res in here wherever I've got the overspray. And then I'll do that off camera. But let me leave that on there. I want to Let me do this. Move this light out of my way. Get some of this shit out of here. So there we have the beginnings of the vest. I wanted it to look like lights hitting it. It's black. There's blue in there. There's gray in there. I'll probably go in and touch up a little bit more of that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably add a little yellow in there. There he is so far. So I'm going to let this sit because I got to do the band. Then I'm going to start working on the hair. The hair, I don't know if I'll do that on camera. That's going to be a lot of work. But we'll figure it out. I'll do I got to do the hair. And you got this. I got to goes like this. Let me get him. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at on the camera. And then there he is with his bottles. Warriors, come out to play. What do you guys think? Go for a painting. How you doing, brother? There he is. Now, if you want to go back and look and see how I did the bottles, it's you guys can just go back and look. This is just inks. Nothing special. It's just when you're laying it down, you just got to be real careful how you lay it down. You have to keep working it. But let me switch my camera real quick. Give me a second. I'm just going to switch over. All right, let me move this. So there we are. That's what we've got so far. Got his face done. I still need to do the mottling. I'll do that later. Do the hair, the band. But I got his eyes in. I'm going to seal those before the night's over with. That way I don't mess with them. Got his vest done. There'll be a little bit more tweaking on that. I got to do the hoodie and the sweatshirt that he's got on. And then we'll come back here. We've got the Rogues, their patch, and then the wood base to do. Of course, there's this other arm with the hands here. I don't want to, these are still a little wet. But there's the bottles. So I need to go in and I need to, I might airbrush a little bit of ink on those bottles just to darken them up just a little bit. But we'll see. So, if you guys are interested in one of these, this is the brother right here. Jerry Fades, just painted. This, he's got two. This is the second in his, as a matter of fact, let me see. This is oh, I'm sorry. This is, where am I at here? Am I showing you his YouTube? No. You have the Luther from the Rogues, which is here. And where is it? Here is, there is the Swan. That's a full. That's a figure, a 1/8 scale, or you 1/8 scale, I believe it is. Or they you could either have it 1/8 or 1/6 scale. You could either get it with this base right here, the simple base, which is this one, or you can get it with the Subway car, which is this one here. So this is the second one. This is again, right there. I'm sorry. This is Luther from the Warriors over at Jerry Frades, just painted. It's 65. It's a 1/4 scale bust. It's $65 plus shipping. He's got a few of them left. Guys, go ahead and grab one, man. It's a damn. It looks just like him, you know. Yeah, it looks just like him. I need to add a little bit more of the bruising and stuff to his face, and I'll do that later. But I want to thank you all for watching. Thank you for following. Hit the like button on there, please. Subscribe if you can. At the top here, there. Let me see if I can find it. I have a right there's my buy me a coffee. PayPal me if you can do it. Fine. If you can't, that's just hit me a subscribe, follow, leave a comment. That works just as well to help me push this algorithm, help me get this out to more people. If you would like to see me do more of this stuff, please let me know. We are going to be doing a hura. It's a I don't know if it's a quarter scale. It's bigger than a quarter scale. But as soon as I get to the guys, when we start talking and we figure out what we're going to do, we're going to be doing the Ahura bust here. So there, I know it's myself, Scale Model Kit Review, Steve Sutton, Jerry Frade Just Painted, Michael Lang, Tommy, and I think there's one more guy. I don't know yet. That we're all going to be doing it live here. So, tune in for that. Stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be doing a 1/6 scale, which is about this big, the whole piece of Lady Death. And I'll do that here too, guys. So if you guys are interested in that, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of that. You guys have, for those of you brothers and sisters in the U.S., happy 4th of July. I hope it's a safe one. Don't drink and drive. Enjoy the hobby, guys. Enjoy the hobby. Leave the drama to the goddamn queens. And we'll see you in a couple. We won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, but I'll probably be back Saturday or Sunday. But I'll let you guys know. You guys have a go, man. Skilper saying, ciao. Be good to each other. Bye-bye.